Hello, once again, this is ST Patrick, and we are talking about matchup basketball. And tonight we're going to go through the quick play rules for this. Has college on it. This is going to be pro. There's a whole score sheet for that. My apologies. I just grabbed the wrong one. So one of the things, as I drop something on the floor, one of the things that I wanted you to be able to do is I wanted you to be able to quick play games in the way that you wanted, as well as full playing games. Now, I 100% support full playing games and then quick playing games on the side, not as a main project necessarily, but as sort of a way to fill in some things. That's absolutely the way I would do it. The math in any quick play game where you're trying to get stats is going to be abstracted to some degree, and we're going to go through that this evening. But there was a question, I think it was on the Facebook page, and it's a good one, about how to do a quick play game. They didn't understand the rules in the rulebook, so we're going to go over them tonight. Because in the file, the Cavaliers and Dallas are on the same page. To make this a lot easier, we're going to use the Cavaliers at home and Dallas on the road. So you have Dallas here and you have the Cavaliers here. You will use this score sheet. You will use this score sheet if you want to play an entire game in quick play mode and get all the points and all the stats. If you want a full stat line, because let's just say you're typing it into a spreadsheet and you don't want to miss out on any stats that go into the spreadsheet. A lot of quick play problems come in, like, let's just say you're going to play a 1985 baseball season and you're going to play all the Cardinals games in full play mode. But so you're going to quick play all the other games, but yet you can't really have leaderboards, you can't really have stats, you can't really have anything if you're just using a score generator. Now, there are advantages to score generators. Let's say you want to play an entire college basketball tournament, but you want to really follow one or two or three or four teams. You can full play the teams you want to follow, and then you can quick play everyone else if you want. Now, so you can use this sheet to basically do all the stats. If you only want scores, why, we have a score sheet for you as well, where you can only do the scores if you want to do it that way. So we're trying to hit every base possible. That's the goal. What you do is you say, for example, Dallas, and for the ease of math and showing this, I'm going to round. Dallas averages 100 points a game. The Cavaliers give up 105. The Cavaliers average 96 points a game, and Dallas gives up 96 points a game. That averages out and rounds to 103 and 96. And so home and road. The home and road absolute value of the difference. Dallas is a 7, I think, on the road. Yes. And the Indians. The Cavaliers are a 3 at home. So that is a difference of 4. That is a difference of 4. So what you would do is you use that absolute value. Okay, 4. We need to put 2 and 2. The advantage goes to Dallas, so that's a positive 2. The Cavaliers are going to be minus 2. So if it were 5, it would be plus 3 minus 2. If it were 3, it would be plus 2 minus 1. If it's 0, if they're the same, it's a 0 and a 0. That easy. The absolute value of the power difference is 3 because Dallas is a 6 and the Cavaliers are a 3. Dallas is a 6, Cavaliers are a 3. So Dallas gets the plus 2, the Cavaliers get the minus 1, right? Now in college, that's done a little different to advantage the larger power schools even more. refer to the rule book for college, because we're not going over college tonight until we release the first college set, and then we will do a game just like this. So the expected EXP is expected points then when you average the 103 plus 2 plus 2, that is 107. And 96 minus 2, 94, minus 1 is 93. So when you average that out per quarter, you divide by 4, and that is 27 points a quarter for Dallas, 23 points a quarter for the Cavaliers. Now it's time to roll the scores. Okay, and of course, I forgot dice. I will be right back. Once I grab dice, my apologies for making this a little messed up. What you're looking at is a 14, okay? So you're going to start with these numbers, which are the expected scores per quarter, and you're looking at 14. How many points above or below 14 are they? And you add and subtract to them. Dallas rolls a 13, which is minus 1 point below 14. So instead of 27 points in this quarter, they will get 26. The Cavaliers roll and roll and roll. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, that's one less than 14. Instead of 23 points, they will get 22 points for the quarter. Dallas rolls an 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So they're adding 1. They will get 28 points for the second quarter. That's 11, 15, wow, 19. So the Cavaliers are adding 5. They will also get 28 points for the quarter. Dallas, 8, 9, 10, 11. They will minus 3, so they will get 24 points for the third quarter. Cavaliers, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They will add 1 because it's 1 more than 14, so they will get 24 points for the quarter. 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 minus 1, 26. So Dallas is not really playing that well. 11, 12, 13. But it does look like 13 minus 1, 22. They will still hold on to win this game. 10, 18. 4, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 104. 14, 16. 104 to 96. Dallas wins. If it would have been tied, right? If it would have been tied, you put, you're going to go to overtime, and you're going to roll. Well, we're going to go over that soon. Actually, I want to get down to the stats first. You're going to roll a clutch right here. This should be in front of this, actually. You're going to put the clutch score. So, for example, Dallas is 1 point above in clutch. So Dallas would be +1. The Cavaliers would be 0. And you roll again at 14, let's just say, in overtime. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Dallas would add 2, and the +1 means that they would add 3. So they would get 30 in overtime if it were tied at the end of the game. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is 1 less. They would get 22, and Dallas would eventually win the game in overtime. Again, if they were tied. They are not. So Dallas wins 104 to 96. And we're just going to do the Dallas stats in general so I can show you how they're done. We're going to come to this page right here, and we're going to look at the bottom, which is Dallas. At the end of every set, you will have the full play team sheets in the beginning, and then at the end, you'll have a quick play team sheet, which is a half a page and can be cut at the line if you want to sort of make them into cards with really good card stock. That way, it takes up a smaller amount of space. For points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, turnovers, and fouls. Here's how we do scoring first. Obviously, you're like, oh man, what are you going to roll for 104 points? Well, yes, in a certain way. You're going to roll in this order. you're going to roll a primary score. And to do this, we have a quick play reference sheet, which looks really weird right here because for some reason, I think my ink is bad. And so part of this is pink when it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be orange. So it's a little harder to read on camera. You have a quick play reference sheet, which can be found at our Delphi site and our Facebook page, both which explains all of what I'm about to tell you. So I'm going to set this up here. You will roll in this order for points. You will roll primary score, you will roll a secondary score, and you will roll a tertiary or third score. When you roll the primary score, they get 4d6. When you roll the secondary score, they get 3d6. When you roll the tertiary score, they get 2d6. And then how many points they get will depend on what their roll is, will equal an amount of points. If you rolled doubles, triples, or quadruples, you will add another roll and just add that to the total. So, our Dallas, we're going to look right here at points from 4 to 24. And this is all in a weighted scale. And everyone on their 15-man roster is on here at least once. So let's just say Dallas, 6, 7, 8, 9. So who's going to be our primary scorer first? 9 is JJ Barea. We're going to roll right there. JJ Barea. So he's going to get all 4 dice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he gets a roll of 12, which means he gets 3 points. Our secondary score is 5, 10, 16, 17, 18. Our secondary score is Jason Terry for this first round of scoring. And again, when you get the hang of this, it's going to fly for you, but it's going to go very slowly right now as I explain it. So I don't want you to think, God, this is going to be an hour itself. Why don't I just play the full play game? Really, I can do this in 20 minutes tops and get full stats right now. But as I said, I am explaining it. He's a secondary scorer, so only gets 3 dice. 9, 10. A 10 on the chart is equal to 3 points as well. The tertiary score is going to be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Jason Terry again. So we're going to roll 2 dice because he's the tertiary scorer too. Yes, the same man could be 2 of the 3, or can be all 3, or can wrap around again. 7, a 7 is 2 points. So Terry gets 2 more points. So we're writing them down as we go. So we have 8 points so far. It will usually be more than that. 7, 8, 9, 10. So the next score is Sean Marion as the primary because we're rolling around. So we're back to primary again. He will get all 4 dice. Sean Marion, 10, 11, 12, 16. 16 is 5 points. So who's going to be this secondary score? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Jason Terry again. So he's having a pretty good game. We're going to roll 3 dice because he's the secondary scorer. 10 is 3 more points for Jason Terry. The tertiary score in this round will be 10, 15, 18. We look on the chart. It is Jason Terry again. He is having a game. And because he's the tertiary scorer, we're only rolling 2. 7 on the die equals 2 more points for Jason Terry. So you're going to do this until we're going to do it one more time. And then I'm kind of going to move on to explain the other charts as well. But again, when you're doing it, when you know how to do it, you'll fly through this part. The primary score in this round, 12, wow, 17, 18 is Jason Terry. He's having an amazing, amazing game. 12, 17, 18, 19, 6 points for Jason Terry. The secondary score, 16 is Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is the secondary scorer, which means he'll get 3 die. 6, 7, 8, 9 is he gets 3 points. The tertiary scorer, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is Jason Kidd again. He'll get 2 dice. 11, which is 3 more points for Kidd. So that's how you keep doing the points, you keep subtracting from the total. As you can imagine, in college, a lot of the times, you'll even have half the points, half of these. So college will go even faster than the NBA does. But then at the very end, you just add up their points, okay? So for rebounds, you're going to look on the quick play sheet right here, and it says Dallas averages 41 rebounds a game. So on a 1 or a 2, it's minus 1d6. On 3 or 4, it's their average. On 5 or 6, it's plus 1d6. So they rolled a 3, so they're going to hit their average. They are going to get 41 rebounds. Assists. You just look at how many points you scored on this chart. It is right here. You look at how many points you scored. You look under pro. They scored 104 points. Under pro, they will get 24 assists. They will get 24 assists. So you roll those out as well off the chart. Steals and blocks. For steals, the team total, it's the same thing. If you roll a 1 or a 2, it is minus 1d6 of their average. If you roll a 3 or 4, they hit their average. If you roll a 5 or 6, it is plus 1d6 of their average. Dallas is 1. So they have 7 steals a game, and they will subtract 2. So they will get 5. Dallas has 4 blocks a game. So the concept is the same. 4, they will hit their average, which is 4. And for turnovers, they average 14, and they got a 5. So they're going to add a 1d6. 14 plus 4, they will have 18 turnovers in the game. Fouls, they have 19. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do 4, which is average, so you have 19 fouls. Okay, I've written all of those up there. From that point, we're just going to roll them out, right? We're just going to roll out rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, turnovers, and fouls the same way. It explains it all on this sheet, okay? And I don't want to just be rolling dice for you here for the next hour as I explain it person by person again. So I think you get the concept. It is all on the quick reference sheet, which is at both the Delphi page and the Facebook page. If you aren't on either, but you still would like all of the free stuff, I can package that up for you in an email. I can attach it all to you. Email me at matchupbasketballgame, all one word straight through, no hyphens, matchupbasketballgame@gmail.com. Ask for all the charts, and I will try to email you all of them as a package. But that's how you go all the way through. And I didn't want to roll the whole time because I do want to explain this, because this is kind of a neat thing. When you are done with this, you're still saying to me, oh, but I don't understand, ST. How can I still type in all my stats if I don't have shooting lines and if I haven't divided these into offensive and defensive rebounds? We have a spreadsheet for each release as well, where every team is in there with their stats from the actual year. What you do is you type in the points they scored for the game. You type in their rebounds that they had for the game, and then you hit the basketball graphic at the bottom, and it will create for you shooting lines, 2s, 3s, and free throws, as well as splitting by position, splitting your rebounds into offensive and defensive rebounds. It's a really cool thing. I don't know a lot of other games that do that. Player of the Game basketball might. Regular season basketball from Marco Walter, I know that he has a pro option where you can get the lines as well. It's really cool. But the point is that you could play this out and still have an entire box score, an entire stat sheet that you can type into any spreadsheet as a full game. And that's what we wanted to make sure that you could do. And so what you're going to basically do, though, and this is, I can't even express this enough, this is super important. If they played in the game but did not score points on that spreadsheet, you still need to put 0 in points, because it's theoretically possible and statistically likely that they still took a shot of some kind. But the only way it's going to assign shots is if points has something like a 0 or higher. So you would still put a 0 in points if they technically played in the game. Even if they didn't score, still put 0 on that spreadsheet. Now, how do you play a hybrid? Okay, let's say that you want to play half the game. Let's say you're playing a Boston game against LA. You've waited. You can't wait to play it. You finally got there on the schedule, and you're a Boston fan, and at halftime, LA is up by 25 points. And you're basically like, oh, hell. You can actually come here and do this, put the points in for the first half, roll the points for the second half, and then figure out how many points you scored in the second half that need to be assigned. You'll roll for those right here this way. Figure out what half the rebounds would be, what half the assists would be based upon the point total, half the steals, half the blocks, half the turnovers, half the fouls. You can still roll this out fast if you don't want to full play the rest of the game. Conversely, if you get to a point in a game where you're like, man, I absolutely love what I've got going here after 3 quarters, because I'm playing Kentucky against, let's just say, Illinois State at the start of the year. And Illinois State has somehow gotten Kentucky tied at the end of the first half. We'll say it's college at the end of the first half. In basketball, let's say a bad team and a great team, you're tied after 3 quarters and did not expect to be. You can just roll out your totals after 3 quarters and do 3/4 of each of these. Do 3/4 of each of these, and then full play the last one as well. Still have your full box score. Okay, you can still have your full box score. That is possible as well. So you will, that's kind of how you do the hybrid. A lot of people are just going to want the score. You know, they're going to want to do a college tournament that's gigantic, but they're only going to want to really full play 4 teams. So you would just use this sheet right here and just do games. There's a game, there's a new game, there's a new game, there's a new game, all across, and you just want the score. That's what this is for, scores only. And this is scores and statistics. But, so you might just want that, which is also fine. But if you do, some people might just want to play the game out, and they just will want to do the points. Okay, cool. They just want to do the points and rebounds, also fine. You don't have to do them all. You don't have to roll for turnovers and fouls and steals and blocks or anything on here. If you just want points, you can just roll for that. So whatever stat database you're keeping, if at all, you might just have score, and that's all that matters to you because you're really doing standings and not statistics. Also fine. You'll be able to do that. So with the quick play version of the game, you can really play any way that you would like to play. And again, to do a pro game usually takes me here around 20 minutes. Once I start to be able to fly through this, and college is a little less. So in the college and pro sets, you will have sheets like these, which will be the last third of the set. These are the quick play team sheets, which are really team cards. You cut this in half, and it looks something, of course you're expecting me to do art here. It looks something like this on hard cardstock. Awesome. And you can store them then in those envelopes that are about this size as well. Also good. That is how you quick play a matchup basketball game. Again, you can do score, you can do score and points, you can do all stats, you can do shooting lines. As deep as you'd like to get, you can, or you can just do score and not get that deep at all. A score you could get in under 2 minutes at the most. So here we are. I hope that helped a little bit. Again, if you have any questions at all, it's matchupbasketballgame@gmail.com. matchupbasketballgame@gmail.com. And as I say on the History Podcast, from the other side of the mountain, on the best side of midnight, I wish you peace.